So there I was, watching Do You Have Any Stats to Back That Up? Destiny Debates Mr. Reagan, neither of which I've ever heard any before, never even heard of them before. Waiting for them to say something substantive like this. Waiting until the 20-minute mark before I heard anything substantive. Now, maybe if I listened to it again, I would hear something, but I don't know. Pretty fluffy and duffy. Here's what they have to say at the 20-minute mark.
Here's a question, because this is ultimately like what we're getting at the meat of this. And this is what I'm genuinely curious. What would an interviewer have to do in your eyes to actually be racist?
He didn't seem sure, did he? Took him a second to get there, right? That's not an easy question to answer for him, then? Is that not an easy question? What would I say? What would an objective say? I don't know, but what would Mr. Cropper say? I could say that. For somebody to be racist, they would have to tell me that the color of somebody's skin is important to who they are. That the color of their skin is important, period. That the color of their skin mattered. For anything besides maybe choosing sunscreen, right? That's how I would be able to tell somebody was racist, if they thought the color of people's skin mattered.
An interview?
So like somebody in charge of hiring, what would they have to actually do to be considered racist under the framework you're working with?
To me, that is a very delicate... I haven't really thought too much about that, I'll be honest. So, okay, I'll give you a point there, because I haven't thought about it. But I'll tell you what, I think that...
Now, this guy's a racist. He thinks the color of your skin is extremely important. And that guy's against this guy's opinion, or at least they are not together on everything. And he hasn't even thought about the question. Now, holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we need to talk about what racism is. So I'll just mention it real quick here. Maybe we'll do more videos on it, who knows. But racism is when you think the color of somebody's skin is important. That is racism. Nothing more, nothing less. If you think the color of somebody's skin is important, then you're a racist. Now, why is that bad? Ayn Rand said that it was bad because it's not even on the conceptual level. When you get to the level of concepts, you can have an education and you can talk to people, you can have ideas. But animals can't even raise themselves to the conceptual level. They are on the perceptual level. And that is the level on which racism rests. Using your eyeballs to see the color of somebody's skin and then judging them on that. That's how stupid and lowly racism is. What's the problem with racism? Judging somebody on the color of their skin, which is irrelevant to who they are. Who's a racist? Somebody who judges people based on the color of their skin. Why is this not simple?
Unless somebody is willing to say that they think that a race is inferior or that they hate a particular group, you should give them the benefit of the doubt.
So you have to say that a race is inferior or hate a particular group. Now, I do not think that that is a stable definition of racism. Because you could have people who say that they are better without necessarily saying that other people are inferior, right? You're going to leave all kinds of loopholes open like that. So, eventually you're going to be backed against a wall if you take his route. And you're eventually going to say, okay, racism means believing that the color of a person's skin is important. It's not hatred or negativity. It's just granting significance to the color of your skin. Not negative significance, any significance at all. That is racism.
I think that you'd be very hard. To me, it's too often do we jump to the conclusion of racism. I think that there are so many other isms out there. Classism. I always say, like, I used to work at well, it doesn't matter, but I used to talk to some guys about this. We kind of all
right,
came to the conclusion
I don't know how
that
I don't know how informed either of these guys are. Obviously, there's apparently no objectivists present here. So he says he thinks we jump to racism too often. You think? So these guys are not too informed, are they? Alright, well, now I might do more videos on this, but it took me 20 minutes to get to anything substantive to respond to at all. So maybe I'll go ahead and listen to the rest of it and see if there's anything that I need to say. These are a couple of knuckleheads, huh? But anyways, that's what racism is.